to Le Mans. It's about high speed.
Road to Le Mans is step to the 24 hours.
The Circuit of Legends.
It's the pinnacle of motorsport.
I can't wait to race the circuit.
Racing in Le Mans is mega.
The dream of my life.
Welcome to Le Mans, the endurance mecca for the second round of the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup, which will also be part of the very first edition of Road to Le Mans, a support race to the 24 hours with a mixture of LMP3 and GT3 cars. We caught up with some of the top management of endurance racing to find out a little bit more about the concept behind it.
In the last 15 years, endurance racing has grown across the globe. From continental competitions such as the European Le Mans Series and Asian Le Mans Series to the very highest level, the World Endurance Championship. Feeder series for these competitions exist too. The recently launched LMP3 and GT3 series, showcased by the Road to Le Mans race.
L'ACO a créé la pyramide de l'endurance pour assurer finalement.
The ACO is creating a pyramid of endurance to strengthen the success of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. But the gap from racing schools to LMP2 and GTs is too big. A step was missing. Already at Le Mans we've got 4 categories and 60 cars starting, so there's no room for the learners, but our idea was to build their desire to compete here. So we've created a dedicated 1-hour race on Saturday morning so drivers can experience our circuit with Road to Le Mans.
C'est un des moments phares et clés de la saison pour la GT3.
This is one of the real highlights of the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup. The GT3 and the LMP3 drivers are part of the great 24-hour race weekend. So their dream is to take part in the big race one day, but at the moment they're learning through the European Le Mans Series and through the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup. So we've given them the opportunity to match themselves against the legendary Le Mans track in front of 250,000 fans. It is unique.
Ce qui est tout à fait unique. C'est la cerise sur le gâteau pour un programme qui est promu par l'ACO.
It's the icing on the cake for this ACO promoted championship.
C'est une façon de séduire les gens.
We're opening the door. We want to say to them, come in, sit down, enjoy the feast, and if you like the taste, then you can improve step by step throughout endurance racing.
De montrer que c'est pas exclusif, effectivement.
We also want to underline that endurance racing has always paid attention to and respected the gentleman drivers. They're part of its history. At the end of the season, as well as significant prize money, the winner of the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup can earn themselves a ticket for a GTE drive in the Le Mans 24 Hours.
Directement dans cette belle épreuve.
There are 19 cars on the GT3 entry list from 8 different manufacturers. Most of the bronze licensed drivers were rookies to the Le Mans circuit, which they then had to learn in free practice 1. But it isn't easy.
The feeling was amazing because I'm in Le Mans, so that's the first thing. The second is it was a little bit difficult, 4 laps, raining tires. It's a little bit difficult. I hope the things will be better.
Tricky baptism in free practice 1. We went out on slicks and immediately it started to rain from the second chicane through Mulsanne and Arnage.
Well, first time in Le Mans in rain. Oh, it's scary. Well, definitely I enjoyed. I mean, after 4 or 5 laps, I think last 2 laps I enjoyed very much, and I got used to the track and got more confident. So it was good.
Super, an outstanding circuit. I just want to make my mark here. Lots of guys got caught out. I nearly did as well. Bit of a frightening moment. But we're happy to be here. We're going to try and build our pace up and go for a good result.
The track's amazing. It's really cool. It's everything that I've heard about it and more. You know, all the really famous sections like the Porsche curves and down the Mulsanne straight into Mulsanne corner and things were really cool. So I'm looking forward, hopefully, for some better weather and to get to grips with it a bit more.
Extraordinary. I mean, first race season in a GT3 car and we come to Le Mans, the fastest race circuit in the world. Doesn't get better than that. It takes a while to figure your way to connect the dots between each bit. You can watch as many videos, do as much sim work as you like. It's only once you're on the track and the light is a bit poor, and there's one point where you're going through the second kink on the Mulsanne straight and you see the fastest bit of the circuit. The sun is in your eyes and you can't see where you're going.
After mixed weather conditions throughout the week, it was finally dry for qualifying on Saturday. Pole position went to Dane Egidio Perfetti in the number 88 Mentos Racing Porsche. His time 6/10 clear of the field.
It was rather exciting. We had some trouble with the engine in the previous session, so we cut it very close. A new engine supplied by Porsche just had gone into the car minutes before the qualifying. So it was rather exciting, but luckily I find my zone. I think that I managed to test the track and find the grip, find the line. So I think it went pretty well. We were consistent, then there was a red flag. I was already on a fast lap, but we had to stop. And then we went back out again behind a few LMP3s, but again I was lucky enough not to be hit by too much traffic. I'm very much looking forward to the race, and we'll try to still tweak the car a bit, the setup, and see if we can improve a little more.
So here we go, the first ever road to Le Mans. Behind the safety car, the LMP3s at the front, Martin Brundle on pole. Number 2 United Autosports Ligier Nissan is the car his son Alex drives in the ELMS. Best of the GTs right behind the LMP3s, Egidio Perfetti in the 88 Mentos Racing Porsche, the white car. Safety car pulls in, and releases the field. 55 minutes of racing, more than 250,000 fans on hand to watch as the LMP3s head the charge up to the first corner and the GT3 Cup field follow on behind. Challenge for the lead around the outside, now onto the inside of the Dunlop chicane, smoking the tyres. Charlie Robertson dives through. Number 32, Ginetta Nissan takes the lead of the race. Action right from the word go. Veteran Martin Brundle, ex-Grand Prix driver, podium finisher at Le Mans in second place. And there is Egidio Perfetti in the white Porsche, right behind the red, white and blue Ferrari. That is second place. That is Alex Bassoff in the new 488. Mingling with the LMP3 cars is going to make it tough to keep these battles alive. Behind our leaders, look towards the back of the shot. 3 black cars. The first up is Nicolas Masselin in his Ferrari. And then Hiroshi Hamaguchi in the McLaren. And then the black Ferrari with the blue nose, that's Lonnie Martins. So that is third, fourth and fifth. And Egidio Perfetti has managed to shake off Alex Bassoff, and in fact, this trio is getting a little bit closer to the Russian driver, and that will be good news for our race leader. Fantastic battle as they enter the Porsche curves, and the red, white and blue Ferrari of Alex Bassoff being dropped a little. There's Egidio Perfetti in the white Porsche, our race leader. Couple of cars between him and the Italian. There's the change. Lonnie Martins has got through ahead of Hiroshi Hamaguchi. Lonnie Martins with the blue stripe now, inside on the run through the Dunlop curve, up to the chicane. He is attacking Nicolas Masselin. Can't get through as they get held up by traffic. There's Alex Bassoff in second place. This then the battle for third. And look, Hamaguchi in the McLaren is right behind. So whoever makes a mistake here is likely to lose out. Through goes the leader. Through goes Alex Bassoff in second. And then the blue stripe. Really good run going here. Around the outside comes the Ferrari with the blue nose. Lonnie Martins has the advantage. He's got the racing line as they come down to Mulsanne corner. And who's braking first on the inside? The lights come on. Nicolas Masselin surrenders the position. He was offline. And look, Hamaguchi is right behind him now. Great drive by our leader, Egidio Perfetti in that white Porsche. His brother Daniele won the British GT Championship back in 2012. There's the second place car of Alex Bassoff. Lonnie Martins with the blue nose right behind him. So that's the battle for second and third. And behind, Hamaguchi is trying to pile the pressure on as well to get by Nicolas Masselin. And Sally Yolick in the Aston Martin is closing in fourth. Oh, and just mistimed that run up to the chicane. Ran a little wide, gathered it all up, but he's lost ground now to the car in front. That didn't go well. Battle for second, it's a change of place. The black Ferrari with the blue nose, that's Lonnie Martins. He's got in front of Alex Bassoff in the SMP Racing Machine. And the Ferrari in front, the F458, the older but more developed version of the Ferrari, the 488 of Bassoff, is brand new. So Lonnie Martins trying to break away now from Alex Bassoff, but he's not going to do so. Bassoff is in the tow, coming through the kink down towards Indianapolis. This is the highest speed part of the circuit, quicker even than the straight. So Bassoff jinking around, looking to have a look as they get side by side once more. Next corner is the right-hander. Bassoff with the outside line and squeezes in contact. And how did they get away with that? That is super fast into the right before the tight left at Indianapolis and then down to Arnage. That was a massive move. Oh, and trouble from Philip Hansen's Audi. It shredded a tyre, and that is a long way back to the pits from there. It's got Nigel Moore sharing the car with him. Back with the battle for fifth place, Hiroshi Hamaguchi in the McLaren, right behind Sally Yolick. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3 Cup car, run by TF Sport, Tom Ferrier, former race driver. Now running a very successful Aston Martin team, and the Aston is in the slipstream. Will he be able to find a way by? He's going to have to use that slingshot to come around the outside of the McLaren. And again, around through the kink, he's got the racing line. White flags show that there is a slower car in front. Is he going to get through? Is there a yellow flag zone? Oh, there is a very slow car. Now, did he make the pass before they got to Philip Hansen's Audi? Looks as though he might just have made it. Either way, it looks as though the Japanese driver is not content to stay where he is. He's attacking hard out of Arnage. They come nose to tail. Well, this is a fantastic battle between those two bronze drivers. And the Aston Martin running out very wide at the beginning of the Porsche curves. Another LMP car right behind. Going to try and find a way past Hamaguchi. Johnny Molam down the inside into Mulsanne corner. Sally Yolek trying to hang on the outside line. Molam's already got by Hiroshi Hamaguchi, but the McLaren is still there. Now he's got by the Aston Martin. Great stuff. Pit stops are underway. That is Egidio Perfetti. He's handed over to Porsche to Klaus Pascher. Ran into the back wing. All safely done though. Oh, but he's been spotted speeding in the pit lane. So Egidio has earned the car a penalty. Klaus Pascher will have to serve it, but surely that means any chance of victory has now gone. Johnny Molam, the race leader, having not come in this lap round to hand over to Ivor Dunbar, his teammate. He will have to do so shortly though, and then they will drop back in the pack. And here is Adrian Quaife-Hobbs. He's taken over the McLaren from Hiroshi Hamaguchi. Quaife-Hobbs, a factory driver for McLaren, rated as a gold. And in this Pro-Am format, you have to have at least one bronze rated driver. Those are the gentleman drivers. And then you can have a silver or a gold pro to go with them. With everybody now stopped, the Mentos Racing Porsche is back in the lead, but they will have to serve that penalty. Frustration, they made a mistake that cost them the podium in Imola as well. This is Victor Scheitar, second driver in the 57 SMP Racing Ferrari, 10 seconds behind. Ivor Dunbar in the car that Johnny Molam handed over. Late pit stop for them, and away goes Ivor Dunbar. So the pit stops have not shaken up too much. Klaus Pascher still leads from Victor Scheitar. Then Christophe Amon in the number 17 car. Mathieu Vazivière, single-seater race in fourth place in the number 26 Ferrari 458. Then Ewan Hankey has taken over the TF Sport Aston, and Adrian Quaife-Hobbs is in the McLaren. So there is the blue nose of number 17. Christophe Amon not setting quite as quick lap times as the men around him. Klaus Pascher charging on, the Austrian pushing very hard, knows the Porsche as well. Races with Proton competition in the European Le Mans Series and will be desperate to try and build up a gap. 10 seconds stop and go, but it'll take him an extra 30 to drive through the pits as well. So that's going to cost them the better part of 45 seconds, perhaps a little longer. Massive mountain now for Klaus Pascher to climb, and less than 20 minutes in which to do it. He heads back out of the pit lane a long way off the lead. Here's Victor Scheitar, teamed up with fellow Russian Alex Basov, and with Andrea Bertolini they won the 2015 Le Mans GTE AM title with SMP Racing. Mathieu Vazivière attacking Christophe Amon now as they build up to high speed. The single-seater race. The Frenchman goes right by. And I'm afraid that might not be the end of the trouble for the driver of the number 17 Ferrari. Ewan Hankey in the Aston Martin is closing in behind. And here comes the McLaren as well, flashing the lights. So Mathieu Vazivière goes through, gets the spot into the chicane, and the Aston Martin is right there as well. So the Duquesne engineering car down to third. Ewan Hankey muscles his way down inside into the second chicane, and he goes up into a podium spot. And then the McLaren of Adrian Quaife-Hobbs latches onto the tail of Christophe Amon. This is not a fair battle in any way. Amon can't hold off Quaife-Hobbs, and down the inside comes the Englishman into Mulsanne corner. He moves up into fourth. Now Ewan Hankey shaping up a move on Mathieu Vazivière for second place. Here comes the Ferrari with the Aston pulling out of the slipstream. He's on the dirty side of the track down to Indianapolis. Super fast, and he's just about got room. If Vazivière doesn't close the door, he doesn't. So change for second place. Ewan Hankey gets by the young Frenchman. Second, third, fourth, fifth together. And Mathieu Vazivière has jumped ahead of Ewan Hankey in the Aston Martin. So too has Adrian Quaife-Hobbs. And down the straight they come. Quaife-Hobbs chasing after Mathieu Vazivière. And there is the race leader, Victor Scheitar, the red, white and blue SMP racing car. Yellow flags are out at the chicane. Car in front has just gone off. Shaitar gets through. He leads from Mathieu Vazivière. There's Adrian Quaife-Hobbs, the Aston Martin in 4th place with the yellow highlights. You can see them in one camera shot. They're covered by about 3.5 seconds, but the gap is coming down. So who is going to end up on the podium? There is Shaitar, Vazivière with Quaife-Hobbs stuck behind an LMP3 car, and he's got Ewan Hankey right behind. So Adrian Quaife-Hobbs in the McLaren flashing the headlights. Ewan Hankey now with trouble from behind. This is Klaus Bachler closing in. He's in 5th place after that drive through, and spin from Ewan Hankey gives it away as he tries to wriggle around the LMP3 cars without losing time. It all went wrong. Maybe a little over 2 more laps to go. Victor Shaitar starting to ease away from this battle. Adrian Quaife-Hobbs in the 55 McLaren, reeling in Mathieu Vazivière in the number 26 Ferrari 458. So Quaife-Hobbs again, an ex-single-seater race with more experience. There's your race leader, Victor Shaitar. He's been doing a lot of GT racing recently, also racing in a prototype in the Le Mans 24 Hours. So this is a warm-up for him, extra track time. And he is in amongst the LMP3 cars, looking strong. He's already lapped the BMW Z4 right behind. That's Niels Bohaus in the DKR engineering car. Shaitar flashing the headlights at the LMP3 machine. The Russian driver closing in steadily. Down to the forward chicane. Leaders are on the final lap. 14 kilometres left to go for Victor Shaitar as he tries to find a way past this LMP3 car. He's got more immediate acceleration off the corner. The LMP3 picks up its skirts and goes, but Shaitar in the slipstream, still getting good grip. See how tiny the LMP3 car looks, even to a low-slung Ferrari. Last lap dramas for Mathieu Vazivière. He's got a puncture, and that has robbed him of 2nd place and any hope of a decent finish. He's going to have to crawl back. Checkered flag is out. Victory in the Road to Le Mans race for Victor Shaitar and Alexei Basov in the AF Corsa Ferrari. 2nd will be Hiroshi Hamaguchi and Adrian Quaife-Hobbs in the McLaren. Klaus Bachler takes 3rd with Egidio Perfetti.
I feel magic, you know, it's the same feeling like was 1 year ago when I win Le Mans GTM category in the WC. Now the same feeling, I win the same team, the same teammate Alex Basov, and everything was great. The car was perfect, the setup was good. I'm not push a lot because when I changed with Alex, my engineer say me about stop and go the leader. And I try just to save car, to save gap, and we can win, and I'm happy about it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's great. It was a really crazy race, being so short. It was a proper sprint race, and every move through the traffic made a huge difference, and just really happy to be here.
It's a bit ashamed this because for sure we wanted to go for a victory, but in the end I'm happy that we managed to go back to the podium. The team and also Egidio did a really great job. We just made one small mistake at the pit stop, which is in the regulation that you get a stop and go penalty, so it was clear. But on the other side, I'm also very happy for the team and for all of us to finish on the podium with the stop and go.
Bassoff and Chaitar claim the win from Hamaguchi and Quaife Hobbs, Perfetti and Bashler in third with 4 different manufacturers in the top 4. Sally Yolick and Ewan Hankey's Aston Martin just off the podium. Fourth here in Le Mans, but victorious in Imola, Sally Yolick and Ewan Hankey keep a 1-point lead in the drivers' classification ahead of Adrian Quaife Hobbs and Hiroshi Yamaguchi. But Alexei Bassoff and Victor Chaitar will drop down the order. This was a one-off for them.
What an awesome road to Le Mans. They've all enjoyed it and I hope you have too. Join us next month at the Red Bull Ring for the 3rd round of the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup, which will be back with the European Le Mans Series. See you then.
European Le Mans Series.
Four hours of Red Bull Ring.
Michelin GT3
Le Mans Cup.
Don't miss the next edition of the ELMS weekend. The European Le Mans Series, the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup, and the Renault Sport Series. See you in Austria.
Come along and enjoy the atmosphere.